But Mastro, we just have a few moments here. This is what I really want to hear. Where are you going to be on September 21st? That is what I want to know. And you know why I'm bringing that up.
I do know.
Tell the audience, Mastro, why.
Because...
Where are you going to be?
Well, I'll tell you where I'm not going to be.
Okay, where are you not going to be?
I'm not going to be anywhere near Area 51.
In Nevada?
In Nevada. Nowhere near that.
Okay, in case people don't know this, let me tell them.
That's a Saturday, too, so that's next Saturday.
It is next Saturday. I
It's
know.
the last weekend of summer? Yeah, no way, man.
Come on, man. Come on. I think it's the last day of summer.
So Storm Area 51, which started off as this bullshit hoax thing that this guy thought sounded funny, all of a sudden, all the dipshits in the world said, hey, he's right. If a whole bunch of us get together, they can't possibly stop us, except that
they have a lot of bullets.
Yeah, it's a U.S. military installation. They've got planes, bombs, guns, helicopters, you fucking name it.
Can you imagine on CNN, there will be another mass shooting event, except this one will be outside Area 51.
Right, and it's the U.S. government wiping out a bunch of dipshits who decided to trespass on an American military base.
What could go wrong?
Everything.
And the reason why I picked this up is I was on CNN.com and I was scrolling through the news and it said small Nevada town doesn't have any more rooms for September 21st. And I clicked on it saying, wait, what's going on in this small town that can hold maybe a couple hundred people, has like one gas station, and all the rooms in the town are booked.
Yeah,
and this
like
was 3 weeks ago.
Of them.
Yeah, well, okay, but if 12 of them, if that's all they can handle, that's incredible. I mean, it's to me, this is saying like they are planning something. They have to. They've invested money, time. They've put themselves on the internet that, hey, I'm going to go to Area 50. I know how the government thinks.
Yeah.
Here's what they're going to do. They're going to line up extra security on that day, maybe the night before, and they will have armed guards at the gate and being like, you cross this and you're going down. I don't know if they're going to be like, you're going to get shot. I don't know if they'll go that far. Because with cameras, that will be a horrible look that the government was shooting people.
Yeah,
they were crossing through. You can't do that. Like in the head, you know?
Not in the head.
Yeah.
They could disable them.
Yeah.
But they've got all kinds of shit there. Like they've got, subsonic whatever,
they do.
Wave emitters, pulse emitters, things that you can just crush people.
The first time I heard about that was like in, 2010, 2012. There was a protest of like World Trade Organization meeting or something like that. It was in Pittsburgh. I'll never forget it. This was the first time I saw vans come out that could emit this high-pitched noise, and it caused people to go crazy because they had to run away. Yeah, that is where the government could be. I mean, it could definitely roll that out.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but
that's a perfect.
Yeah, it's a perfect
example
weapon.
of like let's test this shit out. Let's do it.
They may get permanent hearing damage. So, I don't know.
Well, that's their own fault for being dipshits. I mean, honestly, you've got to own your consequences here. You are consciously choosing to invade a military base on your own government soil.
So here's the difference, Mastro. You know what the difference is in this one? There's the potential of finding and confirming that alien life exists. See, that's where people get really excited about going over there because it's the excitement of will one of us make it through and see and find the aliens.
Right. And while in theory that seems like a justifiable reason,
would be to most people. No.
Let me ask you this question, okay? Let's say somehow a bunch of these people overwhelm the security. Like, okay, let's say 1 million people showed up at this place, right?
Possible.
And they overrun the base, and our military all of a sudden becomes helpless, and they can't manage this whole thing. And now, there it is. There they are. They're all at Area 51. They've made their way up to S4 and all these places. And how do you think they'd be able to actually get access then into the facilities themselves? Like, you can't just walk in there. You have to have some kind of security cards.
Right.
Retina scans.
Yep.
fingerprint
Yeah.
things,
IDs,
like
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
it's more about
So are they going to beat up a bunch of dudes and take their credentials, their
Yeah.
access cards or whatever?
yeah, they
and-
probably
and-
have to. Yeah,
And then how would they even know where to start looking?
yeah, they wouldn't. They don't know. And
It's not
and
like there's signs out on the wall that says
alien follow the
follow the
yellow-
arrow. You know, little alien head
little.
with like an arrow.
Come on, the government has to be listening to this podcast and be like, that would be kind of funny. Like if you put that
just
on
do
the wall,
that.
let's just do that to fuck with them.
Right
and
now,
get them really
I bet.
excited.
Sure. Yeah.
it
Well,
could-
they've got 2 weeks to prepare, and I bet
that's plenty of
you know,
time in the government's
You
world.
throw
They
this
would only
out
need
there,
one day.
Somebody would be like, "Did you hear those guys? That's a great idea."
I'm sending it over actually
Yeah.
to Area 51. They'll just have it outside
Yeah.
the building.
Aliens right this way.
Can I tell you something? I didn't think about that actually, and that was a pretty important idea. It's like, okay, people are going to come through the Area 51 base, but wait, how are they going to get in? How do they know where to go? And it's not like people are going to be standing around being like, that way.
Yeah.
That's where the aliens
They're right
are.
over there. You know, and then like they run into this doorway, and then all of a sudden the door closes, and like an 18-wheeler drives off. All the people
aliens.
trapped. You know, they're just gonna trap them all and just drive them off the base. It's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
I thought maybe the truck would have the aliens, like they would be moving the bodies out, but they would do that before, right? See, that's
Oh,
the difference.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt they're even there.
Yeah, they're not there anymore. You know, if it gets that kind of publicity, likely to move them out to an unknown base, right? Undisclosed base.
Right.
I think Alex Jones, if I was him, I would go there. I would go hang out there. He's not that far away from Texas. He just needs to fly over to Las Vegas, go hang out. You just add the publicity to it.
Right,
Right?
yeah.
You just adding your name to it. You'd be like, hey, I'm with these guys here. We're going to take on the government. It seems like it's a way of like showing the government that we want to know the truth about the aliens, which we know you're hiding.
Yeah.
So they already know the answer.
Yeah.
They just need to somehow confirm it.
You know what they should do? Get Dr. Crazy Hair from
Mm.
Ancient Aliens to like be their spokesperson slash, Messiah. Lead the charge.
Jesus. That's what I'm thinking of. Get him in a robe. He could be a kind of a religious figure.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. But, you can... I don't know where this one's going to end. This one can end up pretty bad. People are going to be arrested, I think. I think there's going to be some incident, which we'll read about. Or nobody will show up because they'll fear being killed.
Yeah.
And thus it's just one big hoax, which is what the person who initially started this thought it was. So, the government isn't stupid. I think they realize that when stuff like this gets put out on the internet and people begin to take it seriously, they take it seriously just in
Right.
case. And they would.
Which is why Facebook got out ahead of this and was like, took the post down.
Took the post down,
Made
yeah.
him come out and say, people, this was just a joke. I don't really want
Too
to
late.
do this.
Too late.
I'm not interested.
Too
I
late.
won't be there.
You don't, yeah.
I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like you start a joke on the internet and people think like, hey, that's a pretty good idea. Forget the logistics of what you described about getting
There are a lot
into
of
the
things
buildings.
that sound like pretty good ideas. Like,
Like, tell me, what's your favorite idea online?
let's have a fucking reality TV host run for president.
and win. And win.
And then win.
Okay, I have a hypothetical for you here, and I just want to know what you would think about this. Okay, let's just say you or I were driving a car, year 2000. Okay, we got hit by a truck, 18-wheeler. Yeah. Okay, boom, we're in a coma. Okay,
Okay.
for the next 19 years. We woke up a month ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Parents, family come rushing in. Okay. Can you imagine the stories they would tell you of what has happened in the United States in the last 18 years? Can you just imagine what they would be telling you?
Right. If you went down
The memory lane, just
September
for the last
10th.
19th. Yeah, September 10th, 2001. It's like, man, from 9/11 on, George W. Bush, the wars, Obama got elected, then reelected, and now we've elected a celebrity TV host as president.
Right.
You would be like, I want to go back into the car.
Yeah.
No,
Go back out in the street.
it'd just be
Stand
crazy. Yeah, I mean, you would think that the world has gone insane.
Well, I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, this is the contradiction I've been thinking about. We've democratized so many things. We love seeing celebrities on TV, reality TV show hosts. But at the same time, nowadays, almost anybody can do this. If they want to, if they have a public access station, or they know people who know how to use the audio equipment, what to buy, what to spend on.
Right.
We can now become sort of our own celebrities if we
Sure.
so choose.
Yeah.
And the thrill is that you think other people are listening or watching to you, and then you're going to become big time, like you end up Hollywood.
Sure.
Know,
But
depressed
I mean-
and on drugs, and have your family hate you, but
Right.
it's
Yeah.
better than the life you had previously.
I guess.
Yeah.
At least you have more money.
Yeah, that way.
You have better quality
Yeah,
problems.
but here's the problem. When you die, the money doesn't come with you, does it?
No, it does not.
Yeah, so that's a
But
little
you
tricky.
Can, give it to people.
You can.
So you leave a legacy.
You do. You do. What's your legacy? How are those
My
Red Sox doing?
God. Obviously, Dombrowski was shit canned last week.
Is that what we're calling it?
Sunday. Do you want to go down this road right now?
It's a good time. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he did get shit canned, as you describe it.
Yeah. So my understanding was that he started fearing for his job. And this is what bums me out a little bit about this organization, is the fact that, now we're coming off of a historical season,
Yes.
right? World Series championship.
Yes.
With a group that just sort of miraculously came together in one season. This group of guys, Alex Cora comes on as manager.
First
right?
year.
First year manager. I think that his being Latinx,
Yeah.
right? I think in a large percentage of the players of that team also
Yeah.
are, and I think that was a major force, right?
Sure.
Bringing someone in who can relate, not just as
Culturally.
a cultural, cultural figure in that sense, but to the style of baseball that they play as well.
Yeah.
And the philosophy that he brought along with him.
But he also
And-
had proven himself into Texas Rangers, right? Is that where he was?
Well, he was a bench coach.
He's a bench coach.
Yeah.
But he had
was in Houston.
There were a couple. Houston, sorry.
Yeah.
He was still pretty solid. People knew he was eventually going to be hired at some point to some other team.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and he had a history with the Red Sox organization, obviously, right? He'd been a major influence on Dustin Pedroia,
Right,
was
right.
very outspoken in his influence.
Did he
on
play
him.
shortstop?
He did.
That's what it was. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So all that said, I find it a little sort of off-putting in the sense that, all of a sudden now, because we have one kind of rough season, that I don't think anything was equal. Like, and I always think the preseason power ratings are bullshit anyway, but, having the Red Sox being ranked number one and that expectation that somehow the Red Sox are going to, and I mean, there was no reason to not think that it would happen, except the fact that, again, this wasn't the same team that won the World Series.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a lot of guys step up last year who just sort of turned it on in the off season and had incredible, especially what's his face that won the MVP. Can't even think of his name right now because I haven't seen him.
Porcello?
No. Who won the World? He was the World Series MVP. New guy, I always call him, and I can't think of his name right now.
Okay.
But he's been hurt
Yeah.
like all season.
It could happen. I mean, also the closer. You got rid of the closer.
Yeah,
You got
right.
rid of the relief pitching, which, with the struggles that the starting pitching had, the relief pitching has to be on point and wasn't. And so you had struggles in both, starting pitching and relief pitching. And you had a half decent.
Pierce, I'm thinking of
Pierce,
Pierce.
okay.
Jesus.
But I mean, then you had a half decent closer. And they gave away too many of the pillars that had really helped that team win. And you know what? A solid closer. We talked about this. They blew at least 24 saves, possibly more than 24 a couple of weeks ago. As you said, if they had just won half those games, they'd be competing with the Yankees. I mean, they're only 8 games behind them.
Right.
If they had won 12, they're 4 games above. I mean, you can start looking at this you're competing with the Yankees to win the AL East.
Yeah.
But it's to me, it just says the Red Sox are on par with the Yankees, and they will spend tons of money as they
The Red
always
Sox are
have.
19 games out right now.
Oh, 19 games. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. They're 8.5 games away from the
So the Yankees are pretty much running away with the AL East right now. Tampa Bay's 8.5 games back.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're 8.5 games away from the wild card. Sorry. Good correction there.
Yeah.
Okay. If they had won the
They're
vast
10
majority.
games back now in the wild card too. So.
10 games.
And Tampa Bay is a half a game up. So
Okay.
yeah,
90.
we're not going to be going to the playoffs this year. And
Yeah.
you know what?
Actually, mathematically.
I'm going to
they're
be
not.
honest with you,
Yeah.
right? I love the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are my favorite team in any sport, okay? Football's my favorite sport, however. So I'm happy
Patriots.
now. I'm a Patriots fan. Converted relatively late in my life. Some might call me bandwagon jumper honor.
You left the Packers.
No, I was never a Packers fan. I mean, I respect the Packers, but no, I believe it or not, I was a San Diego Chargers fan for a long time. And I don't even know why, because, I mean, it's like anything. Like, how could somebody that lives here be like a Dallas Cowboys fan or, you know?
We have a lot of those.
I know, because people are crazy. And that's the thing. I started feeling crazy. Like, I'm crazy to be a Chargers fan, right? I'll never see them play. Like, they never come out to the East Coast. And if they do, I mean, I think they
They
played.
lose.
They played in Gillette like 2 years ago, maybe it was. But I mean, you know, it's hard to be a fan of a team that you can't actually go and see play.
The season the Patriots won every game up until the Super Bowl, I believe they played the Chargers the game before. Did they not in the playoffs?
I don't think that was the first time they won. I think that was maybe the second or third time they won.
Okay, it wasn't the first time they won, but the season the Patriots went perfect.
Or 2008.
Yeah, the season that the Patriots went perfect.
was
I believe the game.
2007.
I believe the game prior to the Super Bowl that year.
They played the
prior
Chargers.
they played the Chargers.
That's right.
If I remember this correctly, okay, I remember watching that game, and here's what I remember: the Chargers had an interception towards the end of the game that could have ended the game in their favor. They would have defeated the Patriots. Yeah. However, the guy who got the interception fumbled the ball on a tackle by a Patriots. Yeah. They get so lucky. It's incredible. It's an incredible team of luck, but we'll see.
Eventually, they call that winner's luck, man. You know, that's
well. I mean, they had it with the Raiders with that kick, Vinatieri, and that kick.
Right.
So
they had it, you know, against the Seattle
game. Oh, by the way,
ball
I was cheering for the Patriots back then. I mean, I am truly an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
But that game against Seattle, everybody forgets how amazing the catch was prior to the interception that happened on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Okay. I think his name was Hurst. He caught that ball and it bounced from his body, chest, leg, and it bounced back into his hands.
Yeah.
It was the most incredible catch ever. Mm-hmm. They then have the ability to run it in, and they decide to, that first play, they decide to throw it. And then they say the rumors came out that they didn't want to give the running back, Marshawn Lynch, the ball. And it's just...
They didn't want to let him win the Super Bowl for them.
Yeah, they didn't want to let him win, which is like, really? Would have anybody remembered that? No, they would have remembered the catch. Mm-hmm. That was the catch.
Yeah.
That should have been. It's embarrassing. And by the way, the Patriots should have lost against the Falcons as well. The Falcons were up, and they were up by 7. Okay, they had let the Patriots come back in,
right.
and then you have to no. It was, remember the quarterback of the Atlanta. He got like a 10-yard holding call against him or something like that, and then he threw, I don't know, whatever. He made 2 mistakes. He got sacked, and then I think a penalty was called on him, I believe.
Yeah.
And they pushed them back away from the field goal. That would have been in the fourth quarter. You would have given Tom Brady 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it was, to go back and score 10. Because you were up by 7 with a field goal You're up by 10. Put it on Tom Brady then. He isn't going to win that game. It doesn't matter how good he is. He isn't going to do it. They ruined it. I would have just taken a knee.
Yeah.
I play the game of you want ugly but win. That's what I do. I don't care how pretty it is. I don't care for the fans.
Right.
I don't. I care in the end of I will do whatever it takes. You know, if we got to take everybody down with me and it's a shitty game, that's what I'll do. Okay? I am pissed. I am pissed.
I can tell.
Can you? I hate the Patriots so much that this podcast cannot even go on air. I'm with you, Philia, all the way.
That's unfortunate.
Carson wins.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. All right.
Okay.
All right. That was our podcast, Master. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Anytime.
Right on.
Right on.